Hey, welcome back to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show, Monday morning. In studio, Weatherford Superintendent of Schools, Mark Harmon. Good morning.
Good morning, Todd. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know, I got so caught up in the election, I felt like I ignored everybody else. I'm so sorry.
Well, I know. I felt like we was growing apart there for a little bit. I hate that.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of the election, I'll start off with that. It's all over. Do you have any thoughts about state superintendent's race? There was like 8,000 people running, and now we've got a runoff on the Democratic and Republican side.
Well, I will admit to you, the guy I thought was going to win, he got beat in a landslide. I really thought Adam Pugh had a chance. You know, he was a state senator, and he's a member of the Education Finance Committee. He was chair of that committee, and he came to Weatherford and Rotary, and the last few years he had all the superintendents up to the Senate chambers, and we got to talk about all things education. Really liked the guy.
Yeah.
And my just assumption was, I thought, well, he's going to be tough to beat, and you know, he got beat soundly.
Yeah.
And so I think Robert Franklin and James Taylor are the two that's going to run off on the Republican side. I don't know much about those. I did hear a little bit of Franklin do an interview, I think, on News 9, and he seemed like a really stout candidate. So.
And the James Taylor guy is not the singer James Taylor. So he's seen fire and he's seen rain. Sorry, I'm dating myself again. So
yeah, I don't think that's him. And then on the Democratic side, you know, I kind of thought McVeigh would have a chance. He came out to Weatherford, spoke at Rotary, and got a chance to meet him. He was a really good guy too, and he didn't make it. So I think whoever it will be, it'll probably be, and not probably, I know that it will be a nice change from Ryan Walters. So.
For sure, and all of them coming from the field of education. They're all either current or former superintendents, because you know you want somebody with that experience, and that's not going to be just at odds with teachers from day one, right?
Somebody who sit in the chair, that knows that's been in the trenches, that knows exactly what the principals and teachers need, and that will eventually bleed down to the students. So that's important. I agree.
Well, we'll see what happens. Runoff coming up in August, then the general election in November, and we'll be delving it. We'll probably have all those candidates on down the road as we get to it. Well, let's talk about what's happening locally. In the legislature this year, they approved some money for teacher raises, but it's interesting because that was kind of for schools that were just paying the minimum. Now, Weatherford's always paid above minimum, right?
Yeah, that's right. We pay about $1,200 above the state minimum. We always have. So to meet that mandate of the teacher-approved pay raise, $2,000 pay raise, all we had to do was raise it $800. But we went ahead and did the entire $2,000 across the board for certified teachers. We're also planning on the state is planning on funding that. So that was just for your certified teachers. That did not include assistant superintendents, principals, or directors, but we're going to go ahead and include them in the raise as well. So
excellent.
It's a good thing. Those people deserve it. So.
And then you're doing something for support staff as well.
Yeah, we're looking at about a 50 cent more a dollar per hour raise for the support people. I think it's been a minute since we've had a chance to increase that pay scale, so we're going to put that to the board as well.
So budget-wise, which you just finalized plans for the next year, healthy enough to be able to do all right?
We're healthy. We're going to finish the year out June 30th. We'll close this year out, and we'll see where we'll land. We'll have about a $400,000 deficit. That's not unusual in school finance, depending on what your operational needs are from year to year. Sometimes you'll lose a little bit. Sometimes you'll gain a little bit. So we feel confident that we can do some things with managing our money, that we can, we've been able to absorb some positions from people that have retired or went to other places, and so we feel good about where we stand.
When you look ahead to next year, do you anticipate enrollment increasing again? It seems like over the last several years it has been.
Well, so my first year, I think we were at, I know that we were at about 2,400 students. Last year we dipped a little bit to about 2,340 or so. So I haven't seen the pre-enrollment numbers now, but I don't expect we'll fall off very much. if at all, we may gain. So I haven't seen those numbers yet.
Yeah, we'll see when all the Amazon people move into town, if they all have kids and stuff. It just seems like the community continues to grow.
Yeah, I don't know if you've driven by that building, but it's making progress. It's coming along. It's got doors and windows on it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty neat.
I guess they're going to be up and running in time for Christmas, which is crazy. We'll be talking about that soon. Well, let's talk about what else has been happening. Obviously, last time you were here, we were talking about the school bond election. That particular one failed. What is the next step? Because obviously we still need to do something with the high school or middle school eventually, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, seems like last year, that we spent, that was a good amount of time, the campaign and the amount of planning and the that it takes to go into a project of that size. So, but then for it to get beat soundly, so we've all just kind of taken a step back. And so I think probably the thing to do with it going forward would be kind of I think I'd probably start with a survey to the community to just get their, I guess you could always, I don't have social media, so I don't take to social media to see what necessarily people say or what they think or how they feel about it. But that may be a good jumping off point. Why did it fail? Was it, or why did you vote against it? Or what improvements do you think that we need? Was it sticker shock? Was it that, just the prices in general were too high and the uncertainty or the war in Iraq, any of those things might be a reason. So, I don't think many bond issues that the schools put out that involved a property tax increase, I don't think many of those passed last year. So, I do want to get more of a feel of what the people and the parents, what they think we need, because the problems do persist. You don't want to get caught in a situation where, the future is here and you're not prepared for it. So, the two oldest buildings in the district are going to be the middle school and WECC. And so, eventually we're going to need to get out of those buildings. The high school continues to grow. Tom Stafford Elementary continues to be crowded. So we'll continue to look at those problems and kind of get a feel of what the community thinks, and then we'll go forward with it. So, and nothing is off the table. I would remind you that, in 2023, the community voted to purchase that land for the purpose of building a new high school. So it's hard for me at this point in time to fathom shifting off of trying to construct a new high school because that's what the voters already approved. Doesn't mean you couldn't switch gears and say, well, how about a middle school out there? Or how about an elementary school out there? And then reshuffling people around the district that way. But I don't think that's what that land was purchased for, and so you want to hold true to what the voters approved years ago, and it may just be a timing issue. It may be, let's pay down some of that bond debt that we already have with the elementary schools. Let's see what the enrollment continues to do, and then see if the timing's better either this year, next year, or a little bit after that.
Well, space-wise, obviously crowded. You mentioned Tom Stafford especially. Is there a thought that we might have to do like temporary classrooms, the portable classrooms at any of our sites?
That's been discussed, and it would be Tom Stafford or the high school that might need to happen. But I don't think we're going to need to do that going into next year. In fact, I think we already looked at that, but doesn't mean that it couldn't happen. So.
Well, space always an issue. Like I say, my kid's going on to East next year, so that's going to be a new adventure over there with 5th and 6th grade. It's interesting. I didn't even realize, it's been so long since I've been in school, I didn't realize that you had individual teachers for individual subjects starting at 5th grade. So that's going to be neat.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Well, back to the bond issue thing. Yeah, the only thing that I heard people say is, when they hear that number, 10%, that kind of scared them. Some people thought, hey, can we pay the other bond issue off because it's just been a few years ago? But those bond issues last for a while. How long is the one for Stafford and East?
It will roll off in 2034.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit, but you mentioned Amazon, and that's just one business or just distribution center. I mean, we continue to grow, houses continue to get built. So as our valuation increases, that extends or expands your bonding capacity. So, that's you're able to do more things or bond for more. So, but to wait to that long, I don't know. You might be behind the 8 ball if you waited that long. So.
But we're certainly not doing anything in the next month or so. I think there's been some social media posts saying that you've already got plans for a new bond issue coming up in July, and that's not accurate.
No, there's been discussion, so there's no plans. And like I said, we're still taking February wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So it's time, we just taking a step back and trying to assess and kind of get a feel of what the community would be comfortable with.
Talking with Weatherford Superintendent Mark Harmon on the Wake Up Show. Quick break. Back with more after this.
This summer, the adventure returns. Dinosaurs, blockbusters, family fun. At the Movies is back at the Edge Church this July. Explore a Jurassic Park-themed experience and discover powerful biblical truths through the stories on the big screen. Join us Sundays at 9, 10:30, and noon at the Edge Church in Clinton, located in the J.C. Lane Shopping Center. Bring your family, invite a friend, and find the place where you belong. At the Movies, every Sunday in July at the Edge Church in Clinton.
Looking for a premium motorhome? Bid now on the Tiffin and Integra Luxury Motor Coach Auction at herdauction.highbid.com. Ending June 30th. Choose from a 2018 Tiffin Allegro Breeze with Cummins diesel power, air ride suspension, and 3 slide-outs, or a 2016 Integra Anthem 42-foot diesel coach featuring a 450 horsepower Cummins engine, 4 slide-outs, and all the upscale amenities. Both are exceptionally maintained, low-mileage luxury motor coaches. Bid online now through June 30th at herdauction.highbid.com. That's herdauction.highbid.com.
Heads up! Candidates for county, city, school board, and tech centers are now required to file campaign finance reports with the Ethics Commission. If you raise or spend over $1,000 on your campaign, or if you're elected, you must register and file at ethicsok.com. Filing online is simple. The steps are clear, and the Ethics Commission is here to help. Visit ethicsok.com to get started. That's ethicsok.com.
Every day, people are making decisions to buy. There's a whole market of people that are turned on and motivated to buy what you are selling. Now, all you have to do is get in front of those people and give them a reason to buy from you and not your competitor. Ask yourself this question: how hard am I making it for people to do business with me? Am I putting my business in front of them, or am I just crossing my fingers and hoping that they'll find me? 2,700 people. That's how many people you talk to each time your ad plays on our stations. Think about that for a minute. What could that mean for your business if every time your ad played, you reached 2,700 people? And every week, we have 30,000 listeners. If only 1% of those 30,000 listeners shopped with you, that's 300 new customers in your door. Hi, I'm Courtney. For years, I've helped local businesses, and I want to help you. Let's work together and give people a reason to shop with you. Call Wright Broadcasting and ask for Courtney.
This 4th of July, we're going big. Like a bald eagle on a bumper sticker wearing pit vipers. You've got to be at Raider Park at the Weatherford Rotary Club's annual 4th of July celebration. We'll be broadcasting live, surrounded by free parking, free admission, and the smell of grilled greatness from the concessions. There's an ice cream truck on site, so bring the kids, or just act like one. A flag presentation by the Scouts going to give you goosebumps, and the community band will be playing all your favorite tunes. Stick around for the fireworks show. So bright, you might need sunscreen at night. Raider Park, July 4th. Fun, food, and freedom. We're lighting it up.
Turn back the pages of history. See the Route 66 Porterhouse Diner where Elvis ate a hamburger. Play school in a one-room schoolhouse. Take photos of historic classic cars and trucks, all on display at the Heartland of America Museum in Weatherford, with hundreds of exciting exhibits giving you an up-close look at the life in Weatherford and western Oklahoma, all along Route 66.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
Visit the Heartland of America Museum today, located on South Frontage Road, just off the East Main Weatherford exit between Airport Road.
Guess who loves your dog even more than you do? Fleas and ticks. Right now, their bags are packed and they're ready to hitch a ride on old Rover right into the heart of your home. Don't worry, Rover, you're still a good boy. And thankfully, C4 Spraying has the solution. No more pests, no more stress. Just targeted, effective, eco-friendly treatments for both inside and out. Fleas and ticks, spiders and bed bugs, termites, roaches, and rodents. If it doesn't pay rent, it's got to go. Payment options available. Contact Derek Chisholm or visit c4spraying.com today.
All right, welcome back to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show. Our guest is Weatherford Superintendent of Schools, Mark Harmon. Back to what's happened in the legislature this past session. We've got some new third grade reading standards, the retention, I guess third grade retention based on testing and stuff like that. But the state is pumping up, I guess, some more money into schools to help with reading specialists.
Yeah, no, they are. I don't remember the exact dollar amount, but they're, which is important, which I think is a nice change. Whenever Ryan Walters was in office, is that they're looking more to be more of a support to the public schools instead of a gotcha and more punitive to public schools. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, reading is such a tough thing because obviously if you read and you comprehend, it's going to help you with math and everything like that. And we've heard of the Mississippi Miracle and what they're doing there. However, we've also heard that some of their higher level reading scores aren't necessarily the same as they are with third grade and fourth grade.
I would say it's probably the most important skill for our students at any grade level, even before they get to school. You learn to read, and then you have to read to learn, and that is important. And so I think that's why the state's committing more money to it. They're committing more resources to us. We have reading specialists already on staff, and they're trained, and they know what they're doing. And it starts at home. We were talking off air. You mentioned this. That, young parents and parents need to start reading to their kids. And not every kid's going to just enjoy reading as a hobby, but I think it's important that it starts there, and then we continue that whenever they get to school. And the new third grade retention stuff, that can bring some anxiety to parents, and maybe even can bring some anxiety to the students. And we joke about it at in our leadership team meetings, and sometimes as, those third grade teachers, feels like a lot of pressure on them to get their kids to read at grade level so they can go on and not be retained. And because I don't think the goal of that is to let's try to retain 5, 10, 15, 20 kids that aren't reading on grade level. Let's say that their scores aren't where they should be. Are we providing them the supports after that so we can ensure that they get to where they're going to be so they can pass on to the fourth grade? But, reading,
it's the key to everything.
It is, man. It just is, and it's very important. So it's good to see the state commit to supporting that endeavor.
And once again, as you mentioned, you've already had some reading specialists. It's something that you do. But if this helps and gives more support for that, that's great too. But yeah, the point I always make is that it starts at home. And I think one of the things that's got to be frustrating as educators, you can only do so much. You have your kids for a certain amount of time each day. You've got to teach everything else. But we're probably in our third or fourth generation of parents that don't read. Nobody read to them. Now they have kids. It perpetuates that cycle. So if a parent's not able to read to their kid, that puts you guys in a tough spot, doesn't it?
They're behind the 8 ball before they ever start.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, you're right. It starts at home, and it's very important.
Well, and start before they're even in school, kids.
Right.
I remember reading books to my son in the womb, and I felt like he already knew a couple of the stories when he came out. It's amazing. It's kind of like singing to him. Of course, maybe I shouldn't have sung to him. It's not a good thing. Mark Harmon, Superintendent of Schools, is our guest. So once again, heading in to the new school year, we talked about the raises. Any other big changes? You do have a new assistant for the football team, right?
Yeah. Oh, Coach Sossman, he was able to pull in Coach Higbee from Clinton over on his football staff, and so we have a really good staff. Coach Sossman does a great job with those young kids, and he brings in lots of talent around him, and it's an impressive operation to go out there to the field house, watch those guys operate and how they run practice. And so I'm looking forward to a good football season next year. It's going to be good. Is that
going to make the Custer County conflict even more watched this year? A little drama there?
You know, there's a chance. I mean, it already has drama.
Yeah.
There's a chance that might be a little more.
No, it's all great. Well, I cannot believe, we're heading into July. At the end of this week, so we celebrate the 4th of July, and then you're basically a month and a half away from school. When do the teachers report?
Yeah. So the first day for students, first day class is going to be August 13th. So I think that's a Thursday, so would that be the 10th? August 10th would be the teacher's report. We have our big professional development that day. I didn't read my calendar in here, but I'm sure it's August 10th, give or take a day or two. But that's the big joke in my office is, we really enjoy June. June is awesome, but after July 4th, it's over. It's planning, and you're getting ready for the next year, and you're ramping up, and it goes by faster every year. But you're right, it'll be here.
And pretty much all the staffing decisions have been made, or do you still have some openings? You're all set?
No. We had one that I think we're going to get filled in July. We had a library media specialist at Bircham, and that will be filled. And I think we had another secretarial position in the middle school, and I think that will be filled. And so we'll be ready to go.
All right. Well, Mark, appreciate your time this morning, and enjoy the rest of what's left of your summer, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Todd.
All right. Mark Harmon, Weatherford Superintendent, our guest on the Wake Up Show. Back with more right after this.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. President Trump nominates a former OHP trooper to serve as the new head of ICE. In a social media post, the president said he is nominating Lance Schroyer to lead the agency. DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullen praised the nomination, saying Schroyer it will play a vital role in helping deliver on the president's mandate to tighten border security. Democrat gubernatorial candidate Cindy Munson doesn't mince words when it comes to protecting health care access. State Capitol correspondent Trey Davis reports.
Munson says when Oklahomans voted to put Medicaid expansion in the state constitution, they gave a mandate to lawmakers and the governor that health care would be protected in Oklahoma. Munson made it clear that as governor, she will continue the fight she waged as House Minority Leader in opposing legislative attempts to move Medicaid expansion from the state constitution to statute.
More on these stories at RadioOklahomaNews.com. From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
The Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association is a member-led and driven organization with a vision to be the leadership that serves, strengthens, and advocates for the Oklahoma cattle industry. OCA exists to defend the beef cattle industry at our nation's capital, our state legislature, and in the media. The OCA represents some 5,000 Oklahoma ranching families. OCA membership includes a $10,000 theft reward program, monthly issues of the Oklahoma Cowman magazine, and a lot more. Check out the website okcattleman.org to learn more.
OKC West Livestock Market is a modern facility with improved ways of handling livestock. OKC West was designed with producers in mind and truck drivers and buyers alike. They're committed to providing the finest state-of-the-art facilities, the most experienced personnel, the most efficient processing, and the most careful handling of livestock you'll find in the state. OKC West selling cows and bulls on Mondays, stockers on Tuesdays, feeders on Wednesday. Give OKC West Livestock a call, 405-262-8800 for more info.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Welcome back to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show. It is Todd sitting in on this Monday, June 29th, and we have John Matthews joining us now. If I press the right button, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry, July 4th week.
Yeah, July, you ready?
We're celebrating, yeah. Yeah, I'm always ready. You?
Are you doing anything different now that they've changed the law and you can get bottle rockets?
No. Okay. No, I don't think so. I haven't had I don't want the girls, maybe Bailey's old enough to get involved in some bottle rocket fights.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the other ones are there yet. And I don't know the location of, this whole red, white, glare act or whatever, but I'm still not allowed to shoot them in the city. But at the same time, no one really cares, but they do care.
Well, I thought some of the stuff didn't really start until November, too. Like the law itself. I thought somebody said it wasn't until November.
No, we're here. We're full force.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle of it. You can buy a bottle rocket today.
Okay.
If you wanted to. So,
Okay.
no, you're good.
The weird thing about bottle rockets is we don't have the old tall pop bottles anymore. I mean, bottle rockets were made in the days of, the refillable tall bottles of Dr. Pepper and now, so what are you going to do, grab Dad's beer bottle? I mean, what does that tell the kids?
I'm with you. No, the best thing, put sand in a can or something like that, or there's different ways. But I'm with you. Yeah, there's not a lot of options. But I didn't think it went in a bottle at all. I thought that was just so they could say it was safe. You hold on to it.
Well, that's what we did by high school. We had pop bottle rocket fights, know, and of course we did Roman candle fights too, and they never outlawed those.
No, those are still legal.
Of course, that gets those kind of hurt the hand a little bit.
They burn
You get down to like 9 or 10, coming out of that can. Ooh, I'm feeling the heat now.
The other issue we have this year is the amount of money you want to spend. Like, things are a little tight right now around the world. Like, everything, things more expensive.
I was wondering if China raised the prices of all the wholesale fireworks, because doesn't every firework come from China?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So I don't know if it's, do we spend as much, or, we're asking earlier on the other, what's your favorite firework? And it's your neighbor's firework. That's the best one. The one you didn't pay for. I have something to think about. So we're going to go to Todd's house for fireworks this year.
Well, there you go. Come on out. I'm just watching them bomb Iran.
Okay, same thing.